Soft sand beaches, little secluded islands. What a paradise here. Is the 4-island trip, the tour, is it worth it? Well, I have a special treat for you today. We're heading out on a long-tail boat out from Ao Nang off the west coast of Thailand into the Adamant Sea to do the famous 4-island tour and to find out, is it worth it? And this is the way to start your day. It's now 9 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 6 o'clock, went on a 5K run, met the boat driver at 8:30, and now we're out on the open water. Now already this is pretty breathtaking. We're coming up to some of the islands here. They're just off the coast of Ao Nang. Which are the famous 4 islands off of Ao Nang? Well, there's Phoda, Thup, Chicken, and Phra Nang. So we're gonna circle around those today. This is Thup Island. Right over there, you see Phoda Island. Egg is dropping anchor. And the great thing is, with the private boat like this, you can arrange your time out here. We're out here, we're all alone, and no one else is here. We're within a national park, and wow, I am here alone. There are only 3 people on this island. There's Egg, there's the lady that runs the stand there selling beers, selling what you need. There's some other tourists coming in now. This is the smallest of the 4 islands, if I'm correct. Now this tour, it's a tour that's gonna be shorter, coming from Ao Nang, then down to Maya Bay and the Phi Phi Island down there, because it's closer. It's something more manageable if you don't want a long day out. A lot of the tour companies, they offer the 7-island tour, which includes the 4 islands and those other islands. And the price I paid, well, stick with me to the end of the video. I'm gonna reveal the details and explain if I think all this is worth it. When you're at Thup Island, you'll see this other small island over here. I asked Egg for the name of that island and he didn't know. And that's one little downside of this tour, is that his English is pretty limited. But you can walk over. The water's just knee high and get to another little island. That is one thing I would recommend. Shop around when you're in Ao Nang. If you want a tour guide who speaks English, you can ask all the different agencies there, and you don't need to book days in advance before you arrive here in Ao Nang. Just book the night before. Oh, okay. Look at this guy. Kapung Kap Egg. He knows I love coffee. Ah, it's the Birdie Robusta. I had one of these yesterday. All right, we're heading over to the next island now, Chicken Island. My life in Thailand basically is a mixture of coffee and beer. Drop down in the comments, what do you think of these island tours? Have you ever done an island tour like this off the mainland of an area where you live in the world or where you've visited? And like clockwork, the other long-tail boats are coming in as it gets a little bit later in the day. So as with everything, if you could do this earlier in the day. And you can see right away why it's called Chicken Island. It's because it's got that little stone that comes up. It looks like a chicken's head. Oh wow, it's an underwater dream. I wish I had brought my GoPro, but it's all stuck up here in my memory. Don't worry about that. I spent the better part of 10 minutes chasing a school of fish, purple, translucent. Just me and about 30 of these fish swimming around. You understand why this is a national park. It protects all those little guys down there. These pink, purple, blue fish. At one point on the reef, I saw this leopard-looking fish just hanging out on his own. It looked kind of dangerous. No way did I go near him. Go! Yeah! Look at this. While I was out there, eggs, pears, and pineapple. Thailand does fruit right. Wow, it's breathtaking. We're rocking up here to another beach. We're on the shores of Phoda Island. This is the biggest island of the 4-island trip. Big Instagram photo op is this guy right here popping up. Come out here, bring your camera, do the vertical shots, get some Instagram shots, but just also sit down and relax, turn off your phone, turn off your camera. Well, I can't do that. Turn off your camera for a minute and soak in this vibe. Would you look at that? This is part of the 4-island tour, sights and views like this. Just imagine the birds living up there, the marine life swimming around underwater. Here I am! You guys enjoying it?
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Are you on your honeymoon? No. Are you married? Married. Don't know bot.
Don't know bad.
Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Bye, guys. We're leaving the big Tong Mean Rock behind in Phat Island. This is the famous Rai Lay Beach. Not accessible by car, not accessible by motorbike, only accessible by boat. And it's not part of the 4 islands, but you get these massive limestone rocks similar to Tong Ming that we just saw, and just as stunning as well. Wow, wow, wow. Coming ashore like a castaway here, Rai Lay Beach. Now this beach and the next beaches, the Raleigh East and West, the other little beaches here, you can do a short little trip from Ao Nang instead of the 4 island trip and just see these magnificent beaches here. It's super easy and you don't even have to program that the day before. You just go to the ticket office and the boats leave about every 30 minutes or when they have 8 to 10 people available. Remember, it's a place that's only accessible by boat, so there are not that many tourists, but still there are bars and restaurants, and of course about 800 meters of pristine beach. With this low tide here, you get to see how flat the surface is. It makes an impressive reflection, seeing those rocks reflecting. Thai pancakes, digging right into this. This is the coffee station. This is Nong Kapunka. Lives here on Raleigh Beach, and he's making the coffee old school style with a mocha pot. Does the frothing of the milk, puts it right on there. And if coffee's not your thing, they got the happy brownies. Bye Nong, thank you. Kapunka. We're back on the boat. Yeah, some big waves here. I hope you don't get seasick. Yes, it was worth it. The 4 island trip was worth it. You're out there in a national park, a marine national park, touring the islands. If you get going early, you have them all to yourself. Now the big question is, what do you pay for something like this? Well, first, hit that subscribe button down there. Do me a favor, support me making all these travel videos and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the adventure as much as I did. So how much did it cost? Well, 2,500 Thai baht. I could have shopped around and probably got a less expensive price. I could have gone with a group and saved some money as well. You're getting a private captain, a private boat, and he's working on my schedule, and that made all the difference. It's been a perfect day out, and yes, it's worth it.